we could be live. It's possible. I'm not sure.
Hello, everybody, if we are.
Yes, hello if we're live. And it's very good to know if you can hear us.
Yeah, do let us know as soon as you can if we're live.
I see Jay Dyer in chat. Codec, Toolcat. Can anyone hear us? SSG, good grief. Yes, we're live. And you hear us. Thank you, Stephen.
Good news. Can you hear both of us? That's the next one.
Yes.
Alexander Rapper is there. That's good.
Wow,
Hello,
Riff Clown.
Oh,
The
splendid.
Sudoku Skunk Works are coming in for some serious praise at the moment for the...
Yes, we're getting some big props for the duality pack.
Weacock. Now, Weacock, we owe you a big thanks. I did spend
He's
about
the
an
pinball
hour.
wizard, I believe.
He's made a Cracking the Cryptic pinball machine. It's just absolutely fabulous. Florian Wortman, good grief. I can hear, but I only listen to Mark. Oh, well, that's very sensible. DCAM65.
Okay, thanks, DCAM. That's good to know. There's probably a lot of people in that boat.
I'm here despite BT OpenReach being slower than a snail. I feel your pain.
I do despise BT OpenReach as well.
Mark is still short on pixels. We try. Mark has just paid $10 to increase his ability to stream or something. What was it you did?
I have, but it does look like the pic. I did, but I might. Yeah, I was thinking maybe that would only be for the game, but no, that ought to be for my picture as well. It is okay to call me Garfunkel or Marfunkel, Alex, if you want. Is Simon happy after the Man United result? I expect so.
I am, but I was more unhappy about the Liverpool result yesterday. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to tweet.
Hello from Kiev, Natalia. Yes, it's great to have you aboard.
Yeah, oh yes, please like the stream. Oh yeah, and we've got no moderators today. So everybody has to be kind.
And also no spoilers.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I was a bit late to everything, but I have got a bottle of wine. I haven't had much of it yet. But I can start to have some of it now. Better not spill it on my keyboard, that would be a disaster. There we go. Has anyone, oh by the way, has anyone had a look at the puzzle that I tried to solve earlier? Solve being a sort of strange word for it. It was by Chameleon. I don't know, Chameleon could even be in chat. That would be fantastic. Oh no, I'm not wearing my correct glasses.
Oh, thank you, Rosanna. Love seeing my thumbnails every day. Always a pleasure.
Team Pencil Mark. What's going on here? Team Pencil Mark.
Yeah. Team Pencil Mark. They're way ahead of Team Blank Grid. My tipple, David, is good old water with barely a trace of a Scottish accent. Ooh, spoiler, the first puzzle has a 7 somewhere in it. It would be amazing if it didn't now, wouldn't it?
Please ask.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, yeah. Please ask Demono and Under Beyond for some more Roggen puzzles.
No, don't do that. There's no need for any more Roggen puzzles, I can assure you.
Under Beyond is quite, yeah, he's very in and out of the Sudoku community. But I can certainly reach out to him.
I think he's sometimes busy doing his high school exams.
Yeah. We need more Schrodinger's Sudokus. No. Mimrista in chat.
me, mister. Oh, Trousty Bergerson, thank you so much. Hi from Sweden. Made your girlfriend start solving Sudoku on her own. Broken pencil was brilliant halfway through it. Came here now.
Fantastic.
Yes, broken pencil. That was the puzzle yesterday, wasn't it? Oh, thank you, Long Way to Tipperary. Good to see you as well.
Thought Bite, hello. So many familiar names. Emily, hello, Emily.
Well, Liam says Demono just released a new Rogan puzzle, so Michael Ceramic can get over to Logic Masters Germany, probably.
I saw Fistemafel had released a new puzzle, so I might want to have a look at that soon, I think.
If Clown's offering moderation, I suppose,
Oh, yeah.
I just have... Do you know how we would achieve that, Simon? I can't remember.
No, maybe if I click.
Well, you'd need somebody's
add
identity.
Moderator. Maybe I have. I've tried to make you a moderator, Riff Clown. Don't let us down now. You're in the hot seat.
Oh, now we're suddenly relying on you. Anther Rain is using Cracking the Cryptic to teach their 9-year-old nephew both maths and Sudoku.
That's
excellent.
Fantastic.
And one of those will benefit them in further life.
Right. Now, I'm very pleased to say that I don't have to solve the first puzzle because I've already done it. So Mark has to solve it.
Right. This one is called Interference by Codec, no less.
So I just get to drink wine.
Yeah. From what? Yeah, well, anyway, I am going to read the rules, which are classic Sudoku. Every row, column, and box must have all numbers from 1 to 9 exactly once. Pillar cages. The cells in each cage must sum up to the number given in the top left corner of the cage if it's there, and numbers cannot be repeated in a cage. Even and odd. Cells containing a square, there are none of them, must be even, and cells containing a circle must be odd. And there are 2 of them.
Thank you, Brew. He says, good evening, gents. Happy puzzling. Very generous, my friend. Thank you.
So on that bombshell from the rules, let's get cracking. Oh, I can see a 23 cage, which has to contain 9, 8, and 6 in it, and a 6 cage. The 6 cage is 1, 2, 3, and then the 15 in the same box is 4, 5, 6.
Thanks very much, Florian. Sorry, Mark, I'm going to interrupt if we get donations, though. Greetings from Germany. That. Keep up the clever and very entertaining solves.
Thank you,
very
Florian.
kind.
So I've filled in 7, 8, 9 in box 7. I mean, I have a feeling that fairly soon there'll be long empty silences for you to fill, so we'll see. This 35 cage is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the circles aren't 6 or 8, they are 5, 7, or 9. Now, that's the easy stuff. Right, we've got some 8-cell cages. That 44 can't have a 1 in it. Oh, I see. 43 can't have a 2 in it. 42 can't have a 3 in it. And 41 can't have a 4 in it. Well, whoop-de-doo. Then what? Mr. Codec. What are you doing to me? 11 plus 21 is 32, so these others add up to 13 because we know the secret of 45. That's the total.
Thank you very much, Kestrel. The perfect way to close out a weekend, apparently. Good luck and have fun. And Jay Dyer says that none of the cells can have a 0, Mark.
Oh, thanks, Jay. I mean, spoiler alert. Come on. Okay, those are 1, 2, 3, and 4. That can't be a 1. This can't be a 4 because of the cage totals. That can't be a 3, and that can't be a 2. Just think I'm fiddling around doing nothing at the moment. I suppose if the 44 cage can't have a 1 in it, then none of these are 1. So 1 in this column has to be in one of those cells. Ah, well, that is interesting, because that means that takes the 1 in the 41 cage, and it can't be in those cells. And if those cells and those cells can't have a 1, we must end up with a 1 in one of those cells. Now, I imagine we can do that sort of thing all over in 4 quarters. So what is the equivalent? So the 44 cage didn't have a 1. The 41 cage doesn't have a 4. So those aren't 4. The 4 in this cage is in one of those cells, not those. And the 4 up here must be in one of those. 42 cage doesn't have a 3. So there's a 3 somewhere here and not here. And one of those is a 3. And I bet one of these is a 2, because the 43 cage has no 2, and the 40 and row 6 has a 2 somewhere there. Yeah. So there we go. Some surprising digits pencil marked. Can we do more along those lines somehow?
Toolcat has given a very generous donation, bribing Mark to take as long as possible so Simon gets tipsy. YouTube needs drunk Sudoku.
Thank you, Toolcat. Okay, that will be the explanation for why I'm taking a long time from now on.
Yes, that's the perfect donation. Stephen, also, thank you very much. A little something for the Red Wine Fund, most generous.
There's no 1 in those cells.
Thank you, Celery.
So the 1 in this row has to be in one of those 4.
Mark, you look peng.
But that's good. Thank you very much, Celery.
I don't know what that is.
You're not familiar with slang these days, Simon. Don't worry. If I look peng, that is great. Maybe I'm indeed a ping-ting.
Whoa, Decam, thank you so much. Doubling down on Toolcat's bribe.
Well, you'd better get drinking then.
I'm very happy to. If I have to just sit here and the donations double every time I drink.
I don't think they'll continue doing that. Don't worry.
What is peng anyway?
Peng just means good looking.
What's going on? We've got all this team pencil mark, all this peng.
You're
on fire.
So, it had to happen at some point. Oh, 3 in this column. Is that interesting? No.
Toolcat to moderation.
Maybe I have to focus on certain cells within these. So this one is the interesting one somehow, because it gets into column 5. Yeah, okay. Where does this cell, whatever it is, appear in row 4? Not in those cells. So this one is somewhere in those. And it's not 4 or 2. It can't be 3, actually, if it appears in those, because there's no 3 in the box. Does that mean it's high, or does that mean it's 1? And I don't know the answer to that. Oh.
Thank you, Decam, who says this is Team Pencil Mark versus Team Ignore the Sudoku. Oh, well, Russell, I appreciate that.
That's you, Team Ignore the Sudoku. Excellent.
Yeah,
that's very well named. I don't know what I've proved, if anything. I mean, nothing is the answer. Okay, let's Oh, that can't be 6 or 8, because 6 and 8 must be in these. So I've reduced that to 1, 5, 7, and 9, as though that's something useful. I don't think it is. Okay, the big digits are in all these 8-cell cages, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, because they're not the missing numbers. That feels more interesting suddenly. Well, I'm not sure why. It did for a moment. It flashed across my brain that that was more interesting than looking at the small ones. Why is it more interesting? There must be some big digits here.
Thank you, Texas Game Mum, who says, missed the last stream, so I have to ask Simon, did you watch the Fistamafel interview with me and Rista? I did. Sorry about butchering the name spellings. I did, and I did think what an charming man Fistamafel seemed to be. And obviously me and Rista as well, but...
Think instead. Oh, where did these cells go? Yes, the big cages have to have the big digits. And this digit, whatever this is, where is that in the 41 cage? And I will tell you, let's color it here. I don't know how to do coloring in this app yet. Let me just figure that out. Here we go. Yes, I'll color that green. Green must be in one of those cells in the 41 cage, because it has to appear in it and the others are all ruled out. So, I don't know. I ended up coloring everything now. How am I doing that? There we go. Get rid of all that. Okay, so then green must be in one of these cells. And now where is green in box 6? Because it can't be in this cage thing here. It must be in these 3. And it's got to get into the 42 cage, so it's specifically there.
Oh.
Okay. So this cage, this cell, sorry. Let's make that purple. Oh, now I've colored everything purple. I literally cannot control myself here. Maybe it's me who's had the wine. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I'm totally at sea with the colouring. Okay, there. We got rid of that. Green is there. And in one of these 3. I'm going to sort of mark that. But it's this one that's interesting. Now, that I'm going to call purple. And I think I can identify where purple is. In the 43 cage, oh, it's one of these digits. So then it's up here as well. So I've got some sort of doubling action. Then it can't be... let's just get rid of that colouring. Where's purple in row 4? Not in the first 4 cells. Not in box 5. It's in one of those. And in the 44 cage, where it must appear, it's here. Yes. Okay, well, it's getting interesting. Let's try this one and make it blue. Or is blue silly? Blue might be silly because it's the cursor color. Let's make it yellow. Now, what's the question? Where does yellow go in the 44 cage? In one of those places. Therefore, in one of those places. Therefore, in the 41 cage, it's got to be here. Just rid of those. That's yellow. And one of these is yellow. And this is now a triple down here of yellow, green, purple. All high digits. And let's make this one red. It's a nice light red. Where does that go in the 42 cage? In one of those. So that's a triple in one of those. So that's a triple in the 43 cage. Now it's got to be right here at the bottom. And it's up there. So another triple. And here we go. So I've got triple big digits in arms of these cages. I've got yellow marked in a couple of spots. That is 5, 7, or 9. Therefore, this one can't be a 1. It must be the same. This must also be, oh, I'm still colouring everything. Right, this must also be 5, 7, or 9. And these, oh, these two are 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. They're just big because they're one of those two. Right, now I've got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triple down the middle, which is good. Okay, so these are from 1, 3, 4. These are from 1, 2, 3. They can't be 4 because there's a 4 up there. Similarly, in row 5, these are from 1, 2, 4, and these are from 2, 3, 4. Now, what else? Okay, so 4 and indeed 2 in the 42 cage have to be in those cells. Ah, and 4 is in one of those cells. So this is a 4 in the 42 cage. These can't be 4 anymore. So in the 43 cage, 1, is that the right question? I don't know. No, if I could figure out what this one was. So red gave me that one. Maybe green will give me this one. So green. No, it was thinking about 4. I can't remember how I did this. I was thinking about where 4 went in the 42 cage. So let's think about where 3 goes in the 43 cage. It can't be there. It can't be there because they're all high and it's not there. And there has to be a 3 in it. There it is. So that's 2 and that's 1. Got some digits. I'm quite pleased with that. These are all high. So 1 and 4 in this cage, does it have a 1 and 4? Yes, they both have to be in these cells. And that means these can't have a 4 in. They are now a 2, 3 pair. I'm trying to get rid of the 3. Yeah. No, I was trying to get, yeah, they are a 2, 3 pair. So they don't have a 2, and that's a 1, 4 pair.
Oh.
Okay, that's a 1, 4 pair. The 3 in the 44 cage is down there, so they don't have a 3 in. And these don't have a 1 in now. Right, so we've got some pairs as well. What on earth are they doing? This is so classically codec. It's so weird and utterly brilliant. Right, 3 and 4 are in this, and they're in these cells. Got 1 and 4 there, 3 and 4 there. This cage needs a 2 and a 3. It's the 4 that's missing. This cage needs the 1 and the 2. Oh, and then what? Hasn't really extended beyond boxes 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8, has it? 2, 2, 2, and 3 there. Build for me, Simon.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just... Philip, I have just confirmed that we have had an email from you, yes. So this is some nightmare puzzle, is it? And Riff Clown, I think you might be right about the number of names I'm going to have to read out who completely finish the duality Sudoku hunt. I think it might be a lot. But I don't mind, because actually the feedback, every single email we're getting is like, that was amazing. So happy days.
This digit is going to have to be in those cells and those cells and those cells and those cells. And does that tell me anything about it? I don't think it does necessarily. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, what about this 21 cage?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
These are big digits.
We need to
That's another big one.
Sorry, Mark, we need to say thank you. RJ McReady, $200 donation.
Oh, wow. RJ McReady, thank you.
Thanks for the hours of entertainment, incredible community you've built. Not around much at these hours, so might as well tip a lump sum. That's incredibly kind of you.
That is really kind. Thank you
so much. It just blows us away.
RJ McReady, you have inspired me to figure out what I was missing in column 9. These are all big digits, these 4. They're all over 4. And we can only have one more of those in the 21 cage. So the other cell in the 21 cage in this column is a 4. And it's a 489 cage. And I'm praying that helps. These other cells in the column are 1, 2, and 3. That is not where 4 lives in the box. How does this help? It feels like a big breakthrough to me. The 11 cage doesn't have a 4 in it. And it doesn't have an 8 in it. So it's either 137 or 236. And that's quite interesting because it means it definitely has a 3 in it. So that cell doesn't. That's a sort of X-wing with 3s. But all that's telling me is there's a 3 somewhere up at the top of this box. Definitely a 3 there. 489. Oh, and there. Okay, one of 1 or 2 is going to be there, and the other one is here in the box. So these are from 5, 6, and 7. These 2 cells. This is tough. That's looking at 3 and 2 in the row. That's a 1. Interesting. That means this is a 2. That means this has a 3 in it and no 2. It's 137. Wow. That means these don't have a 7 in there, 5 and 6. This is a 3. Doesn't sort this 1, 2 pair out. Bobbins. 1, 2, 4, 5 in these cells. That feels like it might be a 6 triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. It is. So that's a 6 at the top. That and that are an 8, 9 pair. And that means this is the 5th big digit. Well, it's not 4. That's the point. 8 or 9. So I've placed the 4 there. That's not a 4 or a 5. That's 1 or 2. This is now a 4, 6, 8, 9 quadruple. I think it has been throughout, and I just didn't notice. So we've got a 5, 7 pair. Green is now 5 or 7. Okay, I'm going to use the... Oh, look, that's a 5, 7, 9 triple. And there's a 5, 7, 9 triple in the row. Okay, all of that means that's a 6, 8 pair. This purple is 6 or 8. No, it doesn't do anything else, does it? Classic. That's an interesting 5, 7, 9 triple in green, red, and yellow. So that, green, red, and yellow, is 5, 7, 9 as a triple. And that makes this an 8, and this a 6, and this an 8 in the center. So this is now a 3, 4, 8 triple, surely. 8 is up here as well, along with 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 8 set. 4. So this cage it just needs the big guns, doesn't it? One of these is... Oh, purple is 6. We know that. Oh, purple is 6, so I can make that 6. Yes. 6 there. So this is now a 2, 3, 8 triple. And this cell becomes a 9. And this one sees a 5, 7 pair and becomes a 6. And that's not 6. Don't know what red is or yellow. I thought they were going to be the easy ones because we got given the odd circles. Um, I haven't used this 9 cage, have I? That's about all I haven't used that Codec's given me. No, that's not 2. How do I use? Oh, the 9 cage doesn't have a 6 in, so it's not 621. So it does have a 3 in, and that's got to be in one of these 2 cells. Okay. The 9 cage must be either 315, in which case that's a 1, or 324. Ah, there's an X-wing on 3s with the 6 cage. So those 2 can't be 3. We get a 3 in row 4, column 3. And we either get an X-wing on 1s or 2s, but we can't have an X-wing on 2s. In fact, we've already got an X-wing on 2s now from those areas. So there's no 2 in this cage. So it's a 135 cage. This can't be 5. In fact, 3 has to be up there, and so does 5. So the 1 must be here. That can't be a 1 or that.
Scale Mail has sent in a donation. Thank you very much. He says, here's some money for no reason whatsoever.
Ah, I see those are Norwegian dollars, which is excellent. My favourite currency. So 1 and 4 there. That's number 4. Thank you for your Cronus. Scale Mail. Right. I feel like I'm getting on with this a bit now, which is quite exciting after ages of not. Ah, yellow's not 5 now. Right. Now, 2 and 3 are looking at that cell, so it's an 8. And they're looking at that cell, so it's a 5.
Thank you, Marussia Dark. Silence might be golden, but banter is platinum. Here's to Simon and Mark, continuing to take the mick out of each other on stream.
Oh, I never do that. Anything I say about you is just genuinely heartfelt.
Stuart,
1,
any news on the new book?
7.
Yes. Let me type it, though.
That's an 8, 2, 1. Do I know what this is? No, still no. I don't. Right. 5, 1, 4, 8, 6, 2, 3, 7, 9. That can still be 7. I know I'm just missing something here. Yes, that's become a 2. 3, 2. Those don't have 2 in. That's become a 1 now.
Holy moly. Mark, I need to interrupt. Mike Smith has just donated $400. Nori, thank you both so much for spreading the joy of puzzle solving to the world so consistently for so long. I was thinking of saving up for a clockmaker's lathe, but I have a feeling you could use it more. You may remember me from the Burberry's. That is unbelievable, Mike.
That is incredible. Simon once wanted to get into clockmaking.
I did. I love the idea of being... I just find clocks so fascinating. One of the few nice, really nice things I own is a nice watch. And I can just look at it for ages. But anyway... Wow, that's unbelievable, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mike. I mean, literally mind-blowing. Thank you so much. That's where 5 goes in this row. 6 and 9. 2. And I've got an 8, 7 pair. That's a 9. Yeah, that's box 3 done. I like getting a box completed. Still got 7 and 9 to do there. I hope it doesn't offend everyone that I've left the rainbow colour scheme intact, but I can't see any harm in it. 3, that's 6 or 9. There we go. Pencil Mark has pencil marked every cell and still can't find the way through. There's 5. Ah, that's an 8. Yes, that's done this original triple of 7, 8, 9. Right. Oh, no. Something's gone wrong there. Oh, no, not now. I can't take it now. How do I go back there? I hope. Oh, no. Oh, God. Not now. Can't handle it. Something's wrong down at the bottom here. I determined that I knew what this was by that 9. That came an 8. That was a 6.
Oh, wow. Lorna, thank you very much for the donation. Just got out of the cinema from seeing Return of the King. And now CTC is streaming. Return of the King, that's one of the great films of all time, but I don't know why it's on at the cinema now.
Here comes Roger Ebert with his views. 5, 6, 5, 7, 9. I think I might just have made a slip about 8 earlier on. I'm hoping to high heck that's what happened. If I'm right, this is the finish. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's a brain bender. That says that I've done it in under half an hour, which it really doesn't feel like. I'm very proud of that, if that's true. Brilliant puzzle codec. Absolutely brilliant. Is it me next as well? I can't remember. Tiganus, no.
No, it's me.
I think I did that. Yes, again.
Well, that was an amazing solve, Mark.
I'm very pleased with that, I have to admit. Actually, there was something that helped about the interaction, weirdly, with you and chat. Don't know. It just came at the right points.
I have to say that I find it incredibly fun just reading the chat and responding. And now I've got to solve Sudoku.
Oh, somebody's just told me Return of the King is objectively one of the greatest films of all time.
Correct.
And it did get Academy Awards. That's absolutely true. So I think that's still subjective, but I do understand it.
Yes, Mark never believes me when I explain these things to him.
No, I mean, you tell me things like David Gray is the best singer-songwriter of all time.
I don't go there. I have never said that in my life.
He said he'd recorded the best album of the year one year.
No,
Fact.
No.
I was told.
And you've even misremembered who I said.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you have, I'm afraid. Damien Rice, I think, was who I would have said.
No, it wasn't.
Marusha Dark Beam.
Beam. Thank you for the beams. Oh, Kartik doesn't agree with the
beam cons of Gondor are lit. Hang on, now I suppose I've got to switch to my screen now. Let me just try and make OBS work.
Legitimate Businessman has nominated today's CTC movie for the Oscars. I don't know what category it goes in, unfortunately. Best foreign film.
I tell you what, I really don't think I'm going to do a good job of solving this puzzle if it's in any way difficult.
Is it the wine or is it the chat?
Oh, I'm just not. Yeah, my brain doesn't feel like it's in the game, especially after that puzzle you made me do earlier on. That was very unkind of you.
But it's an interesting puzzle. Well, you can't deny that.
No, I can't. I cannot deny that. It was very interesting.
Well, don't then.
Right, constant overlap. It will let me play it, so I have got enough stars to play it, which is good. Okay, so let me just check. Can people see the puzzle?
Yeah, your screen has appeared.
Okay.
On the stream.
Okay, so the rules have disappeared. How do I get them back? Question mark.
Marusha, yes, it was mainly you who kept on badgering me to add the 2 times to the description field of gas. That's true.
So it's classic Sudoku. It's thermometer Sudoku. Numbers must increase as they move along the thermometer starting at the bulb. It's arrow Sudoku, which means that the numbers along an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. And that is all, apparently. So, let's get cracking, which is a phrase I've heard a lot today from watching Weacock's pinball game.
Lena Thors thinks our Oscars category is genuinely best movie.
Okay, am I going to label this 1, 2, 3? That is 6, 7, 8, or 9, isn't it? I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit while it's there. Okay, and there's some weirdity going on here with geometry, isn't there? Because those 3 digits only have 3 places to go.
Wow, about geometry. What about
hang
pencil
on,
marking?
hang on, I've actually done something immediately.
Oh?
Hang on. That's a 9. I'm going to allege.
Ooh, a 9 on the bulb?
On the bulb. I'm going to allege that now. If you don't know why, pause the video. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a 9. I'm going to allege that's a 9. Because those digits there, boom, where do they go in this box? They can't go on their own thermometer. So they've got to go in those cells, but they've got to be at least 4. So that must be 4, 5. Boom. That's a 4, that's a 5. And that adds up to 9. What's wrong with that?
Good.
Everyone said there's like silence. It's like, that's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1. So these questions, I'm going to pencil mark. Look, Mark, there you go. 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's got to be, that's high as well. So these are 1, 2, and 3.
I'd forgotten that when I watch the stream, you're lagging by about 3 seconds. So anything you've got highlighted, 2. I think you're doing something 3 seconds before.
There is a 1 in one of those cells. So this is 9 now in 3 cells. So this is either 1, 2, 6. Maybe that's possible. 1, 3, 5.
I wonder if Riff Clowns banned anybody in the moderation.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, Simon, you just told everyone to pause a live stream.
Oh, sorry. Can you not do that?
You and Chuck Norris, maybe.
Oh. Okay, I suspect there's
do
something
it. It
going
just
on
means
with
you're
this
out of the
one as
loop
well.
afterwards.
Okay, I can write, okay, I can write 9 into that box. It's got to go there. And that's because 9 can't go on its own arrow, and 9 can't go anywhere but the bulb, or sorry, the tip of a thermo where it goes there. And therefore...
Everyone's being good, Toolcat. That's brilliant. Thank you for moderating also.
2, 2. I haven't even worked out how long these thermos are yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6
You
long.
haven't counted the arrow length, and you've surged through the opening. It's very brilliant, Simon.
And you know it's not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not 9. Okay. Neither of those. Okay. Neither of those is 9. I've got to maybe do Sudoku, which is very, very mean of Tigana's.
Yes, thank you for Riff Clown and Ryan for reminding us to like the stream if you like it.
I just don't want to do it. Simon's Gamer.
Oh, thank you, Celery. Simon's Gamer goggles are pay to win.
Oh, hang on.
He's done it.
I've not got my
The goggles are there.
I've not got my right glasses on. No wonder I can't solve properly.
I thought you'd sorted that out at the beginning.
I got distracted.
Somebody mentioned them.
Yeah, I know. It's my bad. Oh, now I can't see anything. Oh.
Now it takes about 6 seconds to adjust, as far as I remember.
Okay, right.
Sorry, it's rude to laugh at your disability. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. So I got off to a good start and now I've ground to a mighty halt.
I'm on Drunken Master.
And I can't see very well. And I'm desperately trying not to pencil mark this thermometer because I know it will amuse you. Now, why
it amuses me more to see you not pencil marking it deliberately.
Okay, well, 1 can't go in that cell.
Yes, Matt, Simon has been on the wine.
So 1 goes in one of those 3 cells. Now 2 is definitely... no, that's not so good. 2 is in one of those cells. Hang on, that seems remarkable. Why can't I just see that immediately? Yeah, okay, the simple way of saying this is that I can just ask where, Because the simple way of seeing this, which is not the way I saw it at all, is to see where 1 goes in this box over here, and it's got to be in one of those 3 cells, which means those cells can't be 1, and I think that means that has to be 1 in this box, because it can't go partially along the thermo. So 1 goes there, which means that this arrow is now 135, I think. I'm pausing because that just seems that seems too good to be true, but that means that's 2 because the arrow must be 135. Oh no, hang on. Why is the arrow not 126?
Some good suggestions that if you don't like the stream, let us know by clicking the thumbs up button.
Oh dear. Oh, that's very annoying. Okay, so it's just not 2, 3, 4.
Good morning.
So this is either 2, 6 or it's 3, 5. And these are on the arrow, not on this funny thermo thing. So the thermo, it doesn't look as good actually in terms of like what's going on in this box, because it's sort of an overlap. So whereas I could see quite clearly those digits went there, I don't think it's quite as good here. Oh no, alright. Right. Okay. Where do we put big digits in this box? That's a good question. You can't put big digits on arrows, and you can't put big digits on those cells because this is going to get too congested. So at least, I think that has to be 7 and 8. I definitely can't put 7 or 8 on the thermo. So that's 7 or 8. And that makes me want to put 7 and 8 here. But I don't think... I am going to have to pencil mark it, aren't I? This is so annoying. I'm so... Oh dear, dear, dear. I can't... Okay, alright, I'm going to do it. So, that cell, in theory... Should we just put in all the options and then narrow it down from there?
Yay!
Oh, this just feels rotten. It feels rotten. Okay, so what if I can get rid of 1 and 3 there. So if that... This has to be at least 2, so that can't... We can get rid of all the low digits up there. What else can I get rid of? Anything? 3, 5, 6... So if that's 3, 5, that has to be 4, which would fix the 4, 5 up there. That would be huge. If this is 2, 6... Oh, that doesn't... Oh, that's really quite clever. Okay, that's not 2, 6, is it? Because if that's 2, 6, that becomes a 4 now. And then that has to be a 6, which it can't be. That's really... There's probably an elegant way of seeing that without having to do the pencil marking.
Somebody's pointed out that, to be fair, I used colours, so it's only right that you use pencil marks.
Yes, indeed. So, okay, so this is 3, 5, I think is where I'm getting to, which is very helpful because that means that's got to be a 2. And that means that is a 4. And then that digit is a 6. Oh, if that's true, that's got to be 7, that's got to be 8. So this was 7, 8, which is what I sort of had a hunch it would be. So in this row, I need 3, 4, and 5. That's only 3 or 4. So there's definitely a 5 over here. Oh, the 4 is doing some work by Sudoku. Outrageous, again, making me do this Sudoku business. That's not 6. That's not 6. So that's a 7-8 pair in this box. So I've got a 7-8 pair there. So that's not 6. Let's get rid of that 9 corner mark before it distracts me. This column has got lots of digits in it. So those squares are 2, 3 and 4. What's that? That can't be... That's 4. Okay, I could do 1, 2 and 1. Literally, that's the only way that can work. So that's actually quite nice. 4. 2's aligning here and here. So 2's are not in those cells. So 2 can't go there because that can't be double 1. So 2's in one of 2 places. Oh, that's a 3. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion.
Hooray for 3. I mean, that deserves a beam.
Now, there's got to be a 6 down here. And a 6 over there.
Shadark thinks Fistamafel can put 3 in all 4 corners.
4. Okay, now I'm stuck. Okie dokie. Where is one meant to look now? That's the question. I don't think I've got a very good answer to that. Can't see anything. Literally, almost. Those squares, I suppose I can pencil.
I was going to make a joke about telling you to do some more pencil marking, but it might sound like spoilers, and I'm
that's
not
become a 4
suggesting.
now. So this is now 3 and 5. So these squares are now known. They are 5, 7 and 8. That's not 5. Can't put 7 or 8 at the base of this thermo, no matter how hard we squash the digits up. So that's got to be 5. This has got to be not 5. There's got to be a 5 in one of those cells. Not on its own thermo, that won't work. In fact, this thermo is very difficult now. So it's not got many 6, 7, 8. So there's only one degree of freedom up there. And oh no, I thought I had something in that column, but I don't. Okay.
Ollie Miles wondering if I'll start playing the guitar next. Now you've done pencil marking and I've done colouring.
Now that would make everybody turn off the stream.
Yeah, unfortunately that's true.
Oh, 4. Can that be a 4? No, there's a 4 there. So 4 is in one of 2 places. So is it this? Okay, I can see that can't be 3 because that would cause a 1, 2 here, and there seems to have to be a 2 in those cells. Why is that? Oh yeah, because of this. So that digit is a high digit then. It's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5. So that's 6 at least.
Oh, thank you, FR. Keeping your girlfriend entertained so you can focus on Elden Ring. Okay, well, that's fine.
I'm not doing too badly with God of War. I've probably got a couple of hours into it. But I think it's a really good game. Now, what do I do?
The wine.
What's that?
If you've just finished your wine.
No, I've got a whole
loads left.
I've got loads left, and I've got this left as well. So I'm quite I'm quite well. I see the chat's all about... I shouldn't look at the chat, but it's all about Fistamafel. Concentrate, Simon. It's all cat rights.
Don't worry about the chat. Do the puzzle. Stop looking for hints.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Now. Okay, so I've got 5, 2, 4, 3.
Thanks us for keeping him entertained so his girlfriend can focus on Elden Ring. I think your girlfriend might be setting their eyes on FR, actually. Bcam.
I've never played Elden Ring.
I should stream my Elden Ring playthrough.
You definitely should. I would tune in.
Would it help to have heard of Elden Ring before now?
No. You don't need to have heard of it.
Okay.
So, right, can we narrow this down? Can that really be 6? If that's a 6, that has to be 1, 5, and it has to be 5 here and 1 here. Why can't this be a 1? Because that would be a 1, and that would be a 1, and that unfortunately looks like it works. I think this is very... 7. Oh, no, okay. If this is 6, that's 7, isn't it? If that's...
Oh, we're getting spammed by bots.
Ah. Oh, right. That's very pretty. Does it work for all? Oh, it does. Oh, of course it does. Oh, that's really gorgeous. Right, okay. I've suddenly figured out how this works. Those 3 cells and that cell all have to be different from each other because they all see each other. So if I do make that a 6, that has to be a 7, 8, 9. If I make that a 7, that has to be a 6, 8, 9.
Celery, you want me playing Fortnite as a stream? Yeah, that would be amusing. I have actually played Fortnite for nearly 10 seconds when my son let me move the cursor, or whatever it move the purse.
Right, that's a 9, I'm going to allege, because in this quadruple, the 9 is always in the bottom row. So 9s are not in those cells. 9 can't be halfway up a thermo, so that's a 9. Which means there's a 9 in one of these. There's a 9. Ah, no.
Thank you very much, Bremster. I see you mentioning the new Fistamafel puzzle on their channel. Excellent.
Yeah, I definitely want to look at that. I saw it. I think it only came out yesterday. Okay. So now I'm a bit stuck. How long have I had? I'm still less than 20 minutes. That's not awful.
No, you're going brilliantly, frankly. I'm not being sarcastic.
You have to have known Mark a long time to know when he's not being sarcastic.
None of my family know, and they've known me for a long time.
Oh dear, I think this might be about Sudoku now. Or it's either Sudoku or this thing. If that's 6, that's 7, 8, 9. I feel like there's a reason that doesn't work. But I don't know what it is. 5, 1. What am I left with there? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 9. 2, 3 here. Ah, good grief. Alright, that's very complicated, but it doesn't work. Oh, okay. Right, there is a simple way of seeing this that I've just spotted, that I've sort of backed into. So the way I got this was sort of working out where every digit went in that box, if that's a 6. The simpler way of doing it is to say, what does this 3 do to this box? Because it's quite interesting. You can't put the 3 on the thermo. That's what I hadn't spotted. You put the 3 here. This has to be a 1 or a 2, which it can't be. It's really lovely. It's really clever. So there's a 3 pencil mark that's possible down here. And now, well, it's still quite hard to see what I've noticed, but when I put a 6 here, I got a 2-3 pair here, which clearly now can't work. So what's the quick way of seeing that? That would have to be 3-4. 3-4-1-5. Yeah, you get a clash with the 9. I mean, I think it's breaking all ends up now. Because if this is a 3, if you make this a 6, you obviously can't put 3 on the arrow without it being double 3. So this has to be a 3-4 pair. And we have to find somewhere to put 9 in here. If this is a 6, the 9 has to be in one of those cells. And it can't be, because one of those two has to be a 9. Because all these 4 cells see each other. So it doesn't work. I think you can carve that up a number of different ways and it won't work. So now, where does the 6 go in this little quadruple? It goes there. Which doesn't, unfortunately, unwind the rest of the thermo, but it does mean that's now not a 6. Does it do more than that? Probably. Okay. Oh, well, okay, that's not 7 for a much simpler reason, which is that you simply can't make the arrow work. If that's 7, it can't be 1-6, it can't be 2-5 because the 2's down here, and it can't be 3-4 because the 4's over there. So that's not 7. Now if it's 8, okay, so now that's 7. So that's 7 and that's 8. What's that doing? Something, I'm sure.
Thanks, Revis. That's a nice
8.
comment.
8's in one of those cells. 8's in one of these cells. 7's in one of... Whoopsie. 7's in one of those cells. Right, so how can we get rid of 8 here? If this is 8, it can't be 2-6 or 1-7, so it has to be 3-5. So that has to be 5, and that has to be 3. Now, why is that? Can that really be 3? I don't know. Maybe it can actually. It would go 3, 2, 5, 9, 1, 4. This would be 1. I don't know. That might be impossible, but I can't immediately see why not. Let's see if this is 9. Oh, it couldn't be 5, 4 in the column. So it would have to be 1, 8. Okay, so the 8 would have to go here. Why is that?
I think we will do more joint solve videos in the future, yes. They do seem to have been received very well, as you say. So I imagine we will.
I think these are the options for this arrowy thing. Which is mildly interesting, although not totally done, is it? Oh, TCAM 65 again.
TCAM. Yeah, we have heard of the Hex Cells games. Yes, I haven't really tried them properly though. Lots of interesting logic within. There's 3 games in the set. Thank you for the mention.
I've ground to a mighty halt here. This is very frustrating. Come on, Simon, use your brain. Have a drink of wine, that will help you.
Lively Linnea was asking how long we've known each other. It's all in the book, but something well over 20 years, sadly.
Was that sadly then?
No, I never used that word. I'm sure I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
I
can't believe how much I've edified your life. It's so unfair that you would do. Right, I'm going to pencil mark these cells on the basis they see all of this quadruple. So they have to be low digits. They have to, and they can't be 4 actually. So they have to be 1, 2, 3, and 5, which is really annoying. Oh no, they can't be 3. Oh, okay, that is helpful. So these are from 1, 2, and 5. So that is a 1 or a 2, and that is a 1, 2, or a 5. I can see that's a triple. So what is that doing? That is meaning that I'm sure it's doing something really profound. I just need to work out what it is. So these are 3, 4, 8, and 9. Which I sort of feel like I must be able to do better than that.
Rousty, will we stream more video games? Escape Room Sim. I think our main goal is to try and get through this app first. Then we might move back onto video games.
So 9 is in one of those two
Yeah,
cells,
no spoilers, Rashadat. We don't want you to tell us how to do it. Thank you. Not even Simon in his drunken state.
Okay, so this 4 is now interesting, isn't it? Because that 4 now doesn't seem to be able to go there. It's really cute again. It's the same logic. You can't put the 4 there because that can't be 1, 2, or 3. So that's a 4, 8 pair. Golly, that's been there for a while, I think. So, well, I'm going to check this column now. I think this has got to be 5, 6, and 7. And that can't be 7 because that would have to be 8. So that's only 5 or 6. Oh, you rotten thing. Come on. Crack. It's a 7 in one of these. That's not 5. That one seems to be able to be anything. Okay, so if this is a minimum of 5, this has to be at least...
You can see that 7 in row 8, can you?
7 in row 8. Is there a 7 in row 8? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I was just thinking this can't be 6 because then that would be a 7 or an 8, and it can't be. So that's
Sorry
a 5.
if I'm spoiling things when just telling people not to post spoilers. There's a limit.
So that's a 5. That's a 5 now. So that means that must be an 8, making this a 13. No, I'm not. I'm only joking. That's an 8. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 6. This is now a 1 or a 2, which means that this is a 1, 2 pair, and this is a something. Oh, well, that's a 4. That's just a naked single. So that's a 9. That's a 2.
Yeah, thanks, Tallcat. Please don't time me out.
Time him out. Time him out. Okay, I don't think I can get this yet. I could probably do these, but I'd have to do Sudoku, so I'm not going to. That 2 seems helpful. 2 and 1 go in.
Emily's right. I was just giving you an eye test for your new glasses. That was all. This
is an 8, 9. That seems to have to be a 1. These have to be... that has to be a 3. That has to be a 2. That has to be a 6. That has to be a 6. That has to be a 3. And hopefully something will resolve. Yeah, 4 and 8 can be put in. And that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1. 3, 6, and 7. So that's a 6, which is good because it actually seems to work on the thermo. That's 3, 7. That's 6. This 7, 8 is being recalcitrant. 1 and 7. No, that's 1. That's 7. That's 7. That's 8. That's 8. That's something. Probably 5. Let's go for that. This is 4 and 6, which is done. 3, 5. That 7 is quite good. 3, 5, 2, 1, 6, 7. No. Okay. 5, 8. Done. 8, 9, 9, 4. Oh no. I have made a ricket. Ah! I really have. There's no 4 in this column. That's not.
Jack, thank you very much.
That's not good.
Moved to London for uni a year ago and found it very difficult at first because it was lonely and didn't know anyone.
I've got
but your
2
videos got me
7s
really
in this
through.
column. That was very silly of me.
Now. Live with friends now, sorry.
Let me double check what my scanning should have told me here. 4 8s, that's 4, that's 8, that's 8, that's 9, that's 9, that's 5. Oh, there we go. Half an hour. Not too bad. It's quite late on in the app, isn't it? So that puzzle's probably... I mean, if I've taken half an hour, it probably took you, what, an hour and 20 to test it?
I would imagine longer. Very well. I can tell you it took me a lot longer to see the thing you got in about 10 seconds at the beginning.
I can only do break-ins.
Very impressive.
Anyway, right, let me... it must be your turn, I think, now. I don't actually know whether it is your turn. What's the next puzzle?
Oh, I don't know. Yes, it's Zetamath. I think
that is your turn. That is your turn. I bagged that when it came in, so... let me... hang on, I have to switch the windows again.
I mean, when you've switched it...
I turn you on.
You're getting a lot of beams and congratulations. Oh, Marusha Dark, thank you again. Here's hoping Simon reads all the Fistamafel jokes in chat after the stream. The idea being that Fistamafel can do something impossible in Sudoku. They're like Chuck Norris jokes. Just Sudoku.
Okay.
Right. Are you seeing my screen?
I think I can. I think I can. Just click something.
Okay, so here's the puzzle. Can you see it?
Let me look at OBS. Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Right, we will have a look at puzzle number 20 of the 23 by Zetamath.
Oh, Tristan's arrived, and Zeta.
Oh, my goodness. Excellent. That's good timing. So, or maybe they were going to get paged by somebody when the puzzle came up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Gosh, yes, because this is. I don't know if Zetamath can watch. It said something like they're on their way home. Seamus, thank you so much for the donation.
Okay, so we've got obviously normal Sudoku rules apply, killer cages, but there's no numbers given in them, so numbers can't be repeated in those. Arrow Sudoku, just like Simon was doing, the numbers on the arrow sum to the number in the circle, and crop key. So not all dots are given. A white dot indicates consecutive digits, and a black dot indicates digits with a ratio of 1 to 2. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Right, I can fill in 2 or 4 in that cell, because this group of cells is either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. So we use 2 and 4 in those cells as well. This is a black dot, so it's not that helpful. 1, 3, 6 or 8 there, I suppose.
Sorry. Marusha Dark, okay. That made me laugh.
Wow, there's not much going on apart from these central cages, so I'm probably going to have to think about the cage geometry in some way. What am I going to have to think about the cage geometry? That cell, for instance, can't be in any of those. That cell has to be in... No. I need to find a cell that's really useful. How big are these? Are 8 cells big, so there's only 1 digit missing from each of them. How do we know which digit is missing? Is there a way of knowing where it appears somewhere? I don't think so. Well, it's got to be to do with these cages. I'm just reiterating what I just said. Something must be going on with them. How about this triple and the black dots?
Thank you very much, Long Way to Tipperary.
I don't know what's going on here. This digit, if it's in this cage, it's in those two. Then it would be in those three. This digit, if that's in this cage, it's in one of those three, but it might be the digit that's not in this cage. Wow, this doesn't mean anything to me yet. I'm so bad at these geometry things.
Good, take your time, take your time. I'm busy
I don't
quaffing.
think it can be set. You're busy quaffing. Classic. Can't see any set work I could do, but that is sometimes an affliction. There must be a cell that's really helpful. Please include 3 of 1, 2, 4, 8.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Mark, why have you got red numbers in your grid?
I don't know. I don't know how that's happened particularly. Sorry. I don't know. I've seen some red indication. I don't know why they're coming out red. Not really sure at all. So 2 and 4 have to be in this cage and therefore can't be in any of these cells. Does that mean anything? Both of these. Oh, one of these has to be in one of these. Okay, that's interesting. There's only one digit missing from this cage. These 2 cells can't be in any of those because they see them all. So at least one of them must be in this cage in one of those 2. Is that any use at all? Sure what use it is. I mean, the same must be true of those 2, of which at least one and maybe both are in those. I cannot see what it actually means. Oh my goodness, this is obvious. This cell in this box is there. Right, now I'm going to try and colour.
That's the first thing I would have seen.
Because it's colouring?
No, just that's what I would have seen. Just the way I see it.
Just because I'm so slow. Right, and this cell in this box is there. And these connect together, and they're both arrow circles. Is that interesting? They have to be at least 3 to be arrow circles. Doesn't feel that wonderful. One of these 2 definitely is green now. One of these 2 is definitely orange. And I'm colouring again. It's like I have to turn into Simon to solve these puzzles. What next, though? They connect together, so... Neither is a 1 or a 2. What does that mean? Well, where does this cell goes in both cages?
No, I didn't mean to do that.
cell is either in both that group and that group, or it's in that pair and that pair. Should I be thinking about the cell that's not in the cage? So there's something in these three that is not in this cage. Because green is in the cage. So all of those 6, sorry, I'm just trying to show those 6. They're all in the cage. And therefore these 3 have to include those 2. Oh, it's weird. Now I'm just getting sort of collywobbles from this puzzle. What is going on? How am I meant to figure it out? Let's see. I'm not seeing something else going on. I mean, that was a start and it didn't get me very far. I don't think I can go up and down with orange and green particularly. There's there, and then one of these. Don't know. This is so annoying. Okay, this cell again. So it could be, couldn't it, in those 2 and those 2? Okay, maybe it could and maybe it couldn't. But okay, these 3, they are a sequence. Where are they going on the other side of the grid? They obviously can't all go there. Let me go here. I suppose 2 of them could. No, green is not here. It's down there. So they don't include that one. They don't include this one. Do they have to include this one? I'm interested in row 5, column 5. I'd like to know, it's either both in the sequence of white and the sequence of black dots, or it's a pair in here and here. Oh, hang on. There's something wrong about that. There is something wrong about that in terms of cells like these. If this was a triple, a rope, right, if that was a roping triple of the same 3 digits, then then these would be these, and they can't be because they'd include a digit that's repeated there and there. Okay. So this cell, purple now, does not go in those cells and those cells because this cell couldn't be placed in row. Yes, very simply, that cell couldn't be placed in row 4. There you go. Okay, so purple is in this group and this group, this central digit. Therefore, it is from this group of cells. It is 1, 2, 4, or 8. Okay. Therefore, on the black dot, this orange is from 1, 2, 4, or 8. And now I've got a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple in this row. Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling with the pencil marking now. Right, that now cannot be 1 or 8. There we go. So it's 3 or 6, and it's going with a 3 or 6 there. What I need to do is unclick that. There we go. Right. And that shouldn't say 3 or 6. That must have still been marked while I was doing that. Right. Now, that has taken ages, and it was probably very straightforward. This is 2 or... No, that's not 2 or 4. That's my missed pencil marking. But by the power of arrow, it is 4 or 8. What about this? Does that have to be 3 or 6? No. Oh, this is odd because it's touching a 2. No, that is from 1, 2, 4, or 8. But it can't be 1 because it's in between 2 dots that would both have to be 2. So it's even. So green is odd. So... I thought that made this odd, but it doesn't, because that doesn't have to be green. This does, though. Can't be 1. So it's not 1. So what? That, by the way, is not just 2 or 4. That's my pencil marking issue. Right. This is 4 or 8 in orange. Right. So it's 4 or 8. Yes. So there's a 4 or 8 up here. Ah, there can't be a 4 up here. Orange can't be 4 because that would kill this set. So orange is 8. Hope this is right. That's a 4. This is now 3 or 5 in green. Ooh, it could just be 3. Those are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's all right. It's, I don't know here. I don't know which one of those is green. So these don't have an 8 on, so they have a 2 in the middle and a 1, 4 outside them. So we've got 2, 1, 4, 8. Now 4 has to be on this run. Oh, but 3 or 5 is there. So 4 is the end of a run. It could be either 4, 3, 2, but that would leave nowhere for 2 in row 5. So it's 4, 5, 6, with the 5 in the middle of those, I reckon, by the power of sequencing. So that's a 3 with a 2, 1 dot. This has to be a 4 now. We're done. I thought that had broken this stuff down here. 1, 2, 4. Excellent. We're doing something now. One of those is 8. Oh, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. These have to be at least 3 and 5. They're either 3 and 5 or 3 and 6. 8 or 9 in the corner. 3, 6 pair there tells me that's 4 and that's 6. That tells me that's 3 and 6. This green is 3. That is 7 or 9. Could probably get rid of this colouring now. Certainly in those cells, if I can work out how to do it. X. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, can't control the colouring. Let's get rid of orange and grey. There we go. And green, green. There we go. Okay, so hopefully this is still okay. Now, why have I written 7 or 9 there? Can't remember. 6, 5, 4. Oh yes, because that's Sudoku. Right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 8. These can't be 7s. They're from 1, 2, 9. 3, 1, 2, 4. Ah, these are a triple. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the cage and 6, 5 in the row. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is a 1, 2 pair. That becomes a 9 in box 5. That's a 7. Take 7 out of those two. We've got a 6, 5 pair down here, and that's a 7. There we go. The cages are pretty much, there's nothing much more for me to do with them. We've got an 8 pair that can't be 6, 2, so they're both odd. That's a 1, 2, 9 triple. This is 5, 6, 7 as a triple. 8 or 9 on a white dot with 7, 8 or 9, therefore above it. 3 has to be there. 2, 3, 4. There's a nice empty box. Box 9, just like box 1. Ah. This doesn't, oh, that's nice. This doesn't have a 4 on, so it's not 4, 8 or 2, 4. And it can't be 2, 1 because of that cell, so it's a 3, 6 pair. But there's definitely a 3 in one of those cells, so that's a 6, that's a 3. This is now a 3, 5 pair. That's an 8 in the corner. This is not an 8, it's odd, so that's even underneath it.
I don't like the speed this is going at.
5, 6, 7, 9. Are you thinking about whether you might have to attempt another puzzle? 8, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5.
Yeah, it's the next puzzle.
Or is it the amount of wine consumption you've been planning?
Yeah, there's a certain amount of trepidation. I'm guessing that these puzzles, and none of them are easy. Thank you very much to Olivia Duncan. Hi Simon, just a message to say thank you for what your videos have done for me over the years, particularly with my mental health and anxiety conditions, but also with my solving. This channel means the world to me. Olivia, you are most welcome. Thank you so much for that sort of message. It is completely humbling.
Yeah, totally. I hope you're doing okay at the moment. Right, 8, 3, 5, 6. We've got 7 in one of those two. Oh, that's become a 9. I didn't spot that. Can't do that 6, 7 pair yet, I don't think. Oh, now there's a lot of Sudoku to do. Now, I would normally not mind that. Ah, there's a 3, 6 pair. Yes, that must be where 3 goes, and that's where 6 goes. 6, 7, 3 are roping here. That's interesting. 6. Is that 6? Not necessarily. What about this arrow? I haven't done anything with this. I don't really know. Right. 6 is in one of those. Oh, 7 is looking at that 6. There we go. So actually, 6 is placeable in box 1. It's not 7. That's not 6. 7, 4, 2. That's 1 or 5. Eight, 6. What are these two? Don't know. Looking along row 2 then. 2, 4, 7, 3, 6. Not going to suddenly find where 8 is there. One of those two's a 3. Ah, that's not a 6. 6 in the column, oops, is in one of those two. I mean, this is all Sudoku. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Ah, okay. Can 7 be on this arrow here? Only if it was 7, 2, 9. Then you'd have 6, 8, 5 and a 1, 4, 3 triple. Can 7 be there? Only if that was 2, 5. Maybe it's better to say, can 7 be here? Then you'd have 7, 1, 2. Ooh, and again, these would have to add up to... That's interesting. That won't work here. If this was 7 with 1 there and therefore 2 here, 7, 1, 2, and 6 would all have been taken off this arrow. The least it could add up to is 3 plus 4. It couldn't be that because that cell can't be 3 and 4. So now it has to be at least 3 plus 5, but that can't be 8 because of that. So it would have to be 9. But Oh, it could be 9 if this was 4, 5. That's the only way. Ah, I thought I was going to rule the whole thing out and stop that being a 7-1 arrow. 7, 1, 2, 9, 4, 5, 6. Ah, yes. Right. That's not a 3 because we've got a 3. That's simple enough. I mean, that doesn't fix how this arrow is made up or what that is. But where does 3 go in this box? It cannot go here because that would make that a 1, but these would have to be 2, 1. So 3 must go on this arrow. Now this can't be 9.
Thanks to Brew for the donation. Just watched the Fistamafel interview. Interesting to see into the mind of a genius. I go to CTC when I'm feeling like the world doesn't make sense, and for an hour it does. And I thank you for that. And we thank you, Brew, for the kind words and the donation.
Right. That's become a 1, hasn't it? So that's a 7. That's a 2. That's a 5. That is... Oh, no. This doesn't work. It was all going too well. Right. I need to go back to where I was talking about 3s. It's all gone pear-shaped. Let's put in all the possibilities again. Take out the 2, 4 thing. Right. Okay. We were okay up to this point. This is 8. And these are odd. Now, that's not a 7. Because we've got a 7 here. I hope that conclusion was all right. Now I'm worried. Why should 7 and 6 be in that order?
Ooh, tricky question. Now, Jacob has donated and says, a person at work who I fancy, he fancies, not me, thinks it is interesting that I do Sudoku during my lunch. We are new favourite lunch buddies. Thank you both, gents. Well, we want an invite to the wedding, Jacob.
Why can't I remove the number from this cell? I don't trust this 7 and 6 that I've put in, but I somehow can't remove them. Really annoying.
Oh, Elsie boys, thank you very much for the donation to my watch fund.
Oh, these weren't givens, were they? Why can't I remove the 7 and 6? I don't know what's going on. Maybe the 7 was a given. Simon, do you know if there was a given 7 in this puzzle?
Oh, don't ask me. God grief. Hang on, let me just look at OBS. I've just been reading the chat. I have no memory of this place.
I can't seem to get 7 out of this cell.
The 7 was given. The 7 was given.
Okay, there we go.
Chat tells us.
All right, thank you. So that's fine. So that was why I've got 7 and 6 in order. All right, let's go back. Sorry, I've got to go back to this 8. I've now slowed down so much and gone backwards that you're probably all right on time. Now, this can't be a 3, so that's not a 5. This can't be a 7, so that's not a 1. This now can't be an 8 on the white dot. Now, then it became a question of where 3 goes. And for some reason, I decided I didn't think it could be there. And that might have been where the lunacy began. Right. Maybe I've been drinking and I don't even realise.
We're getting a few comments, Mark, saying that, you know, Sudoku is helping people with their love lives.
Their love lives?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. If extraordinary. There's either a 3 or a 7 in one of these cells, but I don't know which, and I don't know why I should know. Now, what did I conclude? I said if that was a 7, Do you know what I did? I think I said if that was a 5, this is a 1, which is ridiculous. I think that's where I went wrong. Maths. So if that's a 7, we get 1 and 2 there. Then these have to add up to at least 3, 4, which they can't be because of that pair. So they have to add up to 9. Which has to be 5, 4. But then these couldn't be 3s. And there'd be nowhere for 3 to go. So this is not 7. This is 5. That's going to be right. This is 3, and that is a safe place for a 3. That's different from what I did wrong earlier. Okay. So numpty time is over. I can put a 3 in there. Now this arrow, come on. 5, 3, and 6 are not available. So the circle is 4, 7, or 9. It can't be 4 because we're not allowed to put a 3 on the arrow. So it's 7 or 9. Now, 7 can't be 6, 1. Oh, can't be 6, 1, 3, 4, or 2, 5. It's not a 7. That's nice. 9 can't be 5, 4, 6, 3. But it could be 2, 7, or 1, 8, either way round. That's not a 9. What's tickled your fancy now?
I don't even dare say. But it's okay. A comment by J.R. Mitchell 12, which was quite funny.
Now I can't have an 8 on that arrow. It's a 7, 2. That's a 4 in the circle. I don't know why that stuff took me so long. 1, 8 pair. This isn't 9. This isn't 9 or 7. So 5, 6, 7, 9. 5 and 6 in that box. That does 5 and 3 at the top. That does 1, 8, 7. That does 3, 2, 4. The 8 sorts out 1 and 8. Now I've got a 2, 1 pair and 5 and 4. Wow, and now I can just look up the grid, and that's not a 1 and that's not a 2. That is 2 or 9 as well. So this is a 5, 8 pair. That makes this cell, which I carefully pencil marked earlier, a 1. And that's sorting everything out, actually. 9 there.
No, go slower.
8 there. 2 and 4. What did you say?
I said go slower.
I don't think that's going to happen. 7 and 9. 1 and 4. 1 and 2. What a lovely puzzle. That's just great stuff, Zotomath. There we go. And look, another half hour. It's always a half hour. Oh, I thought I was struggling so badly there. How can that only be half an hour?
Jason, thank you for the donation. Why are you getting slower at these? Thank you both.
You have to make a decision now whether to just read out the chat for 16 minutes or to try a puzzle. Because it is you next, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jay Dyer? I think it is.
Jay Dyer, that's not going to be easy either.
Yeah.
Jay's in chat, though.
Maybe that's for the next stream, isn't it? It's a tricky one, that.
Let's see what people say.
Alex Tang went off to reply to a text. He looks up and the puzzle's done. That's Zotomath for you. When you get through the tough stuff, it's all easy. The last 2 cells, anyway. Yes, Jay, you have obtained a reputation. Maybe Simon should read out Fisto jokes for 16 minutes.
I've just been reading Fisto jokes for 16 minutes. In fact, half an hour.
For yourself.
Fisto enjoys Fogan poetry, amused me mightily. Whoever said that. Oh, they want me to try it. I'll give it a try. If I get stuck, we'll start again in the next stream. I'll do it for a few minutes and see.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much to our stand-in moderators who've done a great job.
Yeah, Toolcat says that is quite nerve-wracking.
Paul Cat recommends leaving it. Well, you could start it in this stream and then continue it next time.
Yeah, there's not much point us doing them together, Alan, because we've like Mark solved the next
I've
one.
pre-tested the Jay Dyer before, and I would remember every cell. No, but
all right, look, I'll start it, and that at least gives me an excuse if I can't get anywhere.
Who came up with the Vogue on poetry gag?
It was Marusha Dark, definitely. Marusha's been on fire this evening.
Great work, Marusha Dark. Read the jokes, says Christina.
Hang on. Now I need to switch.
Oh, Freddled Grunt Bugly. I recognise that from Vogue on Poetry, M Square. Excellent. It's quite a favourite with me.
Oh, Mark de Jong, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, look, I continue and then I skip over the one you've just done and I do Jay Dyer's one, which looks like...
Oh yes, Nick Thompson, we competed with the NFL, didn't we, this evening?
It's Killer and it's Arrow and it's...
you're going for it. Excellent.
I'm going to start it. That's all I'm going to do. And in fact, I've just seen I can do something. There's a 15 cage there, so I can label that. I'm going to do that.
Have you switched the OBS?
Oh, I think I did.
Yeah.
Did I do it?
Yeah. Oh, Tallcat was asking, do you need to switch?
I did try.
But, okay, I can see your screen, so I think you did.
I think I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
yes,
so an 8 cage. Okay. That arrow looks suddenly restricted to me. I probably do these things completely.
System sets diesel Sudoku puzzles. Wow. Oh, thank you, Jason.
So one of these digits
you're here till the end.
Needs to be at least... This is at least an 8. I think that's an 8
solving vignettes was not quick, Zetamat. That took quite a while.
Yeah, so just in case people are wondering what my wine-addled brain is thinking here, well, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4 of those digits, I can only put one more low digit on that arrow. And the other digit's going to be at least a 6. So 6 plus, and there's a 1 in there. So 6 plus 2 is 8, I think. I accept that this is probable. Well, okay, and one of those has to be low, because otherwise the world's broken. Because this will be at least 6, 7. So actually, the other low digit in this box is on the arrow. So those digits are high, I think. That digit has to go... bobbins. One of those two. Oh, I've got a 14 arrow. 14 cage. So that's 5, 6, or 8. No, well... It's not 5, 6, or 8, 9. It's 8, 6, or 5, 9. My brain has given up the ghost.
Weacock says Fistenfeld can make 1 be a middly digit.
What's this thing doing? Jay Dyer. Jay is one of the setters that I fear.
Yes.
One of actually the many. There used to be only a few setters that I genuinely thought, oh my goodness, but nowadays there are a lot more. Right, okay. I think this might be a colouring puzzle because I don't need many excuses. Those are different. That's what I'm going to tell you now. By the power of magic. Boom. Because if they're the same, there must be a low digit in a 10 cage, and that would be ruled out of the 15 cage. So that they're different, I think.
Andreas has noted Fistemafel doesn't get the jokes because they're just listing everyday abilities after all.
Those two digits are the same. Those two digits are the same.
Thank you, Canadian Nomad.
Those two
very
digits
kind
are
of you
the
for the
same.
Red Wine Fund.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that.
That must be pesos.
Because now I'm sort of thinking that purple is different. Purple. Actually, maybe I just have to remember these are not the same. Because I don't... hang on a second. Is there...
Oh, the constructor has contributed. Thank you very much, Jay. Here's to being fearsome. Well, that's you.
That's you,
Indeed.
that is. Yeah. I think it must be to do with this cage. This is weird. It's like shouting at me somehow.
Fine, we do stream and record some cryptic crosswords. Just check out the channel or the Patreon content. There are always a few.
Ah!
There was one this week on the channel.
Those have to add up to at least 7. Because 5 cells that have to be different must add up to at least 15. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Even Fistamafel can't make that wrong. So that must be at least a 7. Which means that is the same. So that's 7, 8 or 9. So now in this... Oh, that would be huge if it goes on this arrow. Well...
Mark like jam. No, not much. I don't get that.
What's that? Do you like jam?
Wondered if I like jam.
I don't know the answer to that, Mark. What is the answer?
Well, no, I don't. Not much. I can eat it. I think I'm missing the point of the question, probably.
There's some sort of thing going on here. I mean, admittedly, thing isn't perhaps the correct word, but see, they can't go on each other's arrows. So, like, if that one went on there, then this one couldn't go on there. So one of them is in the 10 cage. They could perhaps both be in the 10 cage. But for them both to be in the 10 cage, that would be quite powerful, because this would have to be a 3. And that would have to be a 1-2 pair, and that would be a 3. And that would be a 4 or a 5.
I felt like jam. Do I like asparagus? Yes, I do. And Marmite. Not together.
Where is the chat going? What's going on? Is this like surreal chat? If that's 3, that's 1, 2. Why is that broken? One of those is a 1.
Amy thinks Fistamafel is indifferent to Marmite. A superpower.
Right. Or not. Hang on a sec. That's got to be quite a high low digit. Because if that was a low digit, if that was a 2, this would have 3 in it. And then you'd have to put a minimum of 4, 6 on that arrow.
Come on, everybody. We know a word for a high low digit. It's middly.
Yeah, that is middly. That's middly by the power of middliness. And that allows me to get rid of 3 on this red arrow, which is beautiful. Right.
No, Daniel, Marmite is not an Aussie thing. That's Vegemite.
Because now if this is 3, I can't put 3 in that L tetromino. It's definitely a tetromino. Even Fistamafel would have to agree that. So that means... Right, this is something to do with these things not being able to go on each other's arrows. So this not being able to be 3 means that I want to say one of these and only one of these goes in here.
People think you've done this before on the channel. I don't think so.
I wish. If this goes here, this is at
Emily's
least
asking what is Marmite. It's a
8.
malt extract, which tells you nothing about what it's like.
That would have to be 8. That's got to be... Ooh, this is tricky. This like acts as a pivot, doesn't it? So this geometry is the same as this geometry. So
Marmite is closer to bitumen than a food.
So if that's
it's very harsh.
If that.
Oh, yeah, yeast extract it is. I was thinking of Bovril. Sorry, Dave.
Both go in here. Yeah. So if this is 7, say, then I can't put 7 in both of those. So one of these has to be 7. So one of these is at least equal to 8. Which means one of these is at least equal to 8. I'm just not quite getting it. There's some trick here involving... Oh, actually, I tell you what I haven't considered, which I should have done, is whether this can be low. I've proved that one can't be low. That one has to be at least equal to 4. This one, yeah, it's not as good, is it? Because it doesn't see that digit. So it can't. It's got to be at least equal to 3. I don't quite get it.
We're into the last 4 puzzles of the app, and I think for all of those 4 and Codex, the constructor said to us, "I don't think this is too difficult," which was brilliant.
So I can't quite get it. It's something to do with, I think, how these interact with each other. Oh, alright, that's not 9. Yeah, that's... Oh, goodness me, it's that. Right, that's not 9, obviously. If that's 9, it can't go on the other arrow, because the other arrow would add up to 10. So they have to be 9s in both 10 cages then. And that means you can't put 1 in the 15. Oh, for goodness sake, Simon. Right, so these are 7 or 8. Right, let's try 8 then. So if this is 8, one of these has to be 9 then.
Rift Clown says the cool thing about being a mod for this session was the Fistum of Hell stuff conversation kept the spoilers at bay for the most part. Well done, everyone.
Right.
It was very surreal.
Okay, I've done this totally the wrong way. I was thinking about whether this could be 7. I needed to start high. If this is 9, it doesn't work. If this is 8, I don't think it works. Because if that's 8, where do I put the 8 in this box? And the answer is awkward. Because 8's either in here, which is fine on the face of it, or 8 is here. But the problem with 8 being here is that it can't be here, because that cell therefore has to be a 9, which means this is 8, 1, and now the 9 goes in there with a 1, so that doesn't work. And that the problem with 8 being in here is that that logic is totally symmetrical there, and that's going to break that. So we're going to get 8 in that one and that one, which we can't have because that would mean we can't put 2 in the 15. That's really weird and wonderful. And please don't be absolutely useless. That means okay, right. So now this is 15. Good grief, this is so clever. Honestly, I don't know how. Jay, you can write in chat how you come up with this nonsense. It's just ridiculous. So these now add up to 15. So these have to be 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and they can't be 1s because I can't put 6 on here.
Way.
So these digits are now high digits. So they are all high digits, not 7s, which means that one is 6, 8, or 9 by the power of yellow. Now, if that is, well, if that 7 is on this arrow, this has to be high. If the 7 is not on the arrow, it has to go there, which would force this to be a 3. Oh, there's something. Can that really have a yellow on it? That would have to be 1, 6. Oh, I can do maths on this row, can I? I've got 7, 14. No, maybe not. 30. So those are adding up to 15 by a little secret that I only tell my favourite people.
Those parsnips come pre-buttered.
Right. Do you remember doing this, Mark?
No, not at all.
Blooming
really,
clever.
Virtually not at all. I've been glancing at it occasionally as you've been doing it and getting nothing.
This digit is quite a low digit, because between that it sees all of those digits because it's repeated in those. So this has to be a maximum of 5 and a minimum of 3, which I think, didn't I prove it couldn't be 3? Yeah, it can't be 3 because it can't put 3 in there. So this is 4 or 5. And now I am going to claim that.
Ellen's upset you didn't tell us the secret. She thought everybody was your favourite.
I'm so sorry. Oh. So do I... Oh, my computer's buzzing at me. It wants me to update the P cloud.
Don't do that now.
No. So this digit, well, if this is 5, it can't go in there. But if it's 4 or 5, it can absolutely go in there. So that's unhelpful in the extreme. Red. No. Bobbins. Use your brain, boy. What? Oh, 7. 7 can't go on a 4-5 arrow. Ah, that's beautiful. So 7 goes in the 10 cage. So that is not 3, 4. That's 2, 5, which, does that mean this goes there? Ah, no. In fact, it means something different. It means that this is not a 4 now, because if it was 4, that would be a 1, 3 arrow, and that would clash. Oh, this is so clever. So that's 5. Oh, hang on. I wanted to put 5 in there. It won't let me for some reason. That's 5. That's 5. This is not 5. All of these are not able to be 5 anymore. 5 goes here in the 15 cage. Oh, that's lovely. So 5 is knocked out of that, which means 2 is knocked out of that. This becomes 1, 3, 4. Now, what's that? That's 1, 4, because it can't be 2, 3. So these squares are known. They're 6, 8, and 9. Now, these are 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. Does that mean that's tricky? If that was 3, 4, that would be 1, 2. This would be 3, 4. Hang on, right, okay, 1, 4 comes out of that cell. Do some Sudoku, Simon. Those are not 3. That's not a 7.
I am still here, Rash. I'm just reading the chat
There's
and
a 2
enjoying
on
it.
this arrow now. So this arrow is either 2, 6 or 2, 7, and that might be worth pencil marking because that can't be 7. So this is...
Matt wants us to get Alexa working.
I'm not saying it. So 7... I don't know. Ah, okay. So now I use the thing I got right at the start. Okay, so green is not 3, 7, because if it is, I then can't put 3 in that cage. So that means this 7 is on this arrow by the power of magic, and therefore that's not a 6 anymore. So this is not a 6 anymore, and that does absolutely... I was about to say it does nothing. It puts yellow in there, because yellow can't go on a 7 arrow. So this is 1, 2, 8, or 9. Oh, this is so beautiful, honestly.
It is brilliant, isn't
Look
it? I
at
do
this.
remember lots of it now.
Look at this. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of virtual quad.
Excellent.
Which means that's at least 5. What's that digit? I'd love this not to be able to be, say, 1, 2, or 3. That would be very useful. That digit's not 4, because we've got in this thingy, this quadruple, the 3 and the 4 are in this sequence, so that's not 4. I think that's got to be at least 6 then, because I think this can be 1, unfortunately. So maybe what I've got to do now is to hang on, I'm going to get rid of my pencil mark there, or shall I leave it in and just put all the options in? I know what Mark would do. Therefore, I'm not doing that. Therefore, I'm not doing that.
Every time. Come on.
Oh,
just
that's got to be 1, 6, or 3, 4 now, and it can't be. Don't know. Looks like it's trying to get rid of something along there, but I don't. Oh, obviously, it's getting rid of 2, 5, but it already couldn't be 2, 5. How long have I had? Oh, 23 minutes. Gosh, I'm delaying your bedtime.
Oh, heavily.
Sorry. No, I was about to say something that would have been wrong. $16. Okay. Well, the digit that goes with 7 on this arrow is 1 or 2. And that means two things I can see. Firstly, I've got a 127. I've got a 127 triple there, so that's higher than I thought it was. That's 3 or 4 now, because that one had to be 5. Well, not had to be 5, but it had to be at least 5. So these have come right down. That cell's got to be 8 or 9. That's an 8-9 pair. That's therefore the same colour as this by the power of yellow. Can I colour that one in? Does that... yeah, so that one, whatever this one is, let's give it the colour of... I haven't used blue. I used blue. So that one has to be in there, doesn't it? Because there must be an 8-9 in there. Oh, I don't like the fact that the blue cursor throws up as well. So, right, so this green cage, I'm going to get rid of the green. That's got yellow in it. So yellow is in the 16 cage, which is very interesting because that means blue can't be in the 16 cage as well. Because if blue was in the 16 cage, it would add up to at least 17. So blue is in one of 2 places. Can I do better than that? Maybe not. The 18 cage. So I've got 18 here plus 17. That's 35. And by a secret, I only tell my favourite people. That means these squares add up to 10. Pardon?
The SSG is just pointing out, to avoid spoilers, we need more Fistamafel jokes in chat.
These add up to 10 in 3 cells. And they haven't... they got... Oh, they haven't... No, they haven't got 5. So they have got 1. Because we can't use 2, 3, 5 here now anymore. So one of these is a 1. Right, okay. So isn't that yellow by the power of Sudoku? Yes, it is. So that's yellow. So that means that's yellow, and I've got... I haven't really got a digit, but I've got the I know this is exactly equal to yellow. Right, okay, and yellow can't go in a 7 cage, so yellow's in those cells. Which means yellow's over here somewhere, not that one. So yellow's in that one.
Night.
Now... So now I want to know where blue goes. So blue's there. According to my pencil marks, I think that that's actually quite useful. Because if that's blue, and it does seem to have to be blue, that would suggest that's blue. Which means it's not 5 or 6, which means that is 5 or 6, and therefore is uncoloured. I don't know how to get rid of the colour here. Like that maybe, yeah. Okay, so now I've got lots of blue. So where is blue in this box? Blue's in one of those 2. Blue's in one of these 2. Blue's in one of those 2. Blue can't be on a 7. Oh no, it doesn't work. Okay, so blue's in one of these. Which means blue's in one of those, and blue's in one of these. So blue's in one of those. That's not actually very useful at all. Bobbins. Let me think.
Could pause it and pick it up next time. Just a suggestion.
I'll never remember what I'm doing if I do that.
I understand that issue.
Give me 2 minutes. If I can't get anything in 2 minutes, then I'll stop. 5, 6. So these squares are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to pencil mark that in, which you'll be pleased to see. That's not 7. 60. Oh, can I do maths on this row? I've got 7, 14. Oh, yeah, I did this before. So these have to add up to 10, not including 3, 7. That's really useless. That is really useless. Oh, hang on. This 7 arrow can't have 1 or 2 on it. Oh, that's 3, 4. Ah! So now these have to be either 1, 2, or, well, 1, 9 or 2, 8. Is that somehow useful? I'm sure that's somehow useful. I really wish I could get blue in this box. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? 2, 8, 9. Well, that can't. Okay, that can't be 1 or 2. By the same reason, this can't have 1 or 2 on it. So that's 8 or 9. Now, yes? Okay, so that's blue. There we go. So that's blue, which means that's not blue. So does that mean I get the... Yes, so I get the blue. That's blue. Aha! So if that's blue by the power of blue. Blue can't go in the 7 cage. Is one of these blue? Yeah, that's blue. Oh, they'll get a 6. Here we go. I'm off and running again. I've got a blue... So now, actually, is this resolved? I've got... That has to be blue. Can't put blue in a 7 cage. So that's blue, which means that's yellow, which means that's yellow, which means that's not blue. So those are 8s and 9s. This is 8 and 9. Does absolutely diddly squat along there. Ah, but... Oh, no, this is gorgeous. Right, so that's not blue, which means that's blue, and therefore that's yellow. And if that's yellow, this is now yellow, which means it's not 1 or 2. So these are all 8, 9 pairs everywhere. This is now a little digit and doesn't get any colour as a result. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of all its colour and then make it 1 or 2. 1, 2, 7 triple now. 8, 9 pairs. So this is not, that one is not 8 or 9. So this is a 5, 6 pair. That's a 5, 6 pair. So that's not 5 or 6. Or this is a 7 apparently, because it sees an 8, 9 pair. That's fairly mental. Do you have to put a 7 in the 18 cage down there if it doesn't have 8 and 9 in it? Probably. Oh no, we could put 7, 1, 2 round the edge. Why doesn't that work? I don't know. Oh, bobbins, bobbins. Come on, Simon. Come on, what is it you're missing? This is not an easy puzzle.
Good observation. Accurate.
I've got like these weird 1s, 2s, 3s and oh, is that a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple? Yes, it is. Okay. In those cells, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In those cells, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Oopsie. Which means these are the other digits. They're 5 and 6. And that gets me more digits. So 2 and 5 go in. Oh, that doesn't do that one. You naughty, naughty, naughty thing. That's not 2. So does that... Oh, it doesn't work at all down here, actually. It's completely different. The geometry is, alas, rather... Okay, what's going on in here? This needs some digits. Well, it depends what this is, doesn't it? If that's 8, these have to be 2, 6 exactly. Which looks possible. Alright, so it's either 2, 6. If this is 9, these have to add to 7. They're not 3, 4. They'd have to be 1, 6. There's always a 6. Oh, that would be good. In fact, that's how to look. If we look at this row, that doesn't seem to be able to be 6. So there's a 6 in here. So the other 2 digits, well, the point is that's become a 5. And if that's a 5, it doesn't give me that. I don't believe it. Well, it does give me that. It gives me that. These pencil marks are dodgy because this could be 1, 7 as well. 1, 6. It's 1, 2 or 6 into here. This is 3 or 4. This is 1, 2, 7 actually. Ah, okay, so I've actually got more digits than I realised in this row. I need 3, 4 and 6. So that's a 3 or a 4. Which means this is a 6.
Thanks, sir.
Which means that's not a 6 and that's not a 6. There's a 5 in this cage down here now. Which I already knew that we couldn't. Oh no, I didn't actually realise. No, I did know because I realised these couldn't be 2, 3, 5. So I did already know that. 7. Oh, right. 7 is in those cells.
Door bobbins +1.
So 7 goes in these cells. So I've got 12. Ah, so I know what this is now. It's 5, 7, 2, 4 by the power of maths because it can't repeat the 5 and the 1. So these cells have got to be. Those cells have got to be the other digits, 1, 3 and 6. And these are not 5. These are not 7. Ah! Can I put 6 in there? That would be 6. Why? It would actually be helpful. Can I put 3, 4 in there? That would seem to... No, that wouldn't be deadly because of the arrow. There's got to be a way of disambiguating the 8s and 9s here. What's that way? It's probably this arrow. So what is it about this arrow? Oh, that's a 7. I've just realised. Oh, that's it. Okay, so I focus on that and I get it. That's 2, 6. I've now got yellow. Oh, it won't let me double click on it, but yellow is now 8 by the power of maths. Which, oh, it won't let me do that. Sorry, I have to do it slowly. Boom, 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 boom.
Thank you very much again, 9, Canadian Nomad. That's very kind of you. 2 of my favourite people, plus 5, the ultimate answer equals
5.
Who knows?
That's not 2. That's now a 2. So this is a 3. So this is not 2 or 3, and this is not 2. So the 2 goes here now. So this is now a 1 by the power of Sudoku, which makes this a 4 and this a 1, which makes this 2, 6. This is 9. I don't quite know how I hadn't put that in. That's a 4. This is a 3. This is a 2. I'm trying to do this as fast as I can, but it's just really hard.
I just can't tell how that works. This is as fast as you can.
That's so mean. That is so mean. I want to know how long this puzzle took people in the chat. It can't be an easy puzzle. 4, 7 here. Okay, that's useful. So that rules out 3, 4 from that. So this has got to be 1, 6. 1, 6. This is 1, 4. This is 4, 7. This is 7, 3. This is a 3, I think. By 2, 3 here. So this becomes 1, 4. This becomes bobbins 1, 4. This is not got. This is 1, 7. Oh, the 5 is why. This is why that's there. So we get a 1, 6. This is not 1. I've got a 4. Oh, I've got 4s aligning there, so that must be a 4. So this row needs 2, 3, and 6, and that looks interesting. That's got to be 3. So 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, 1, 7. 6, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 4, 7. That's 2, 3, which seems to be doable. And this should be 2, 6, and 7. So that's 6. That's 2.
I really don't think Simon needs more wine to speed up. It's quite
okay, that was not as quick as I'd hoped. I thought I did that quickly, and it was so slow.
But you wouldn't let it lie.
I would have forgotten it. Oh, it took Zeta and Toolcat together 31 minutes. Okay, that's quick.
It's not a bad effort at all, if I'm honest. If I'm actually honest, and I don't see any need to be.
Right, I'm sorry that took me a long time.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And thanks, there's been some amazing generosity.
Yes, really
we are
has.
Completely
very touched.
Bowled over. And it was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
See you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.